Buonasera a tutti. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Culture with Reno Z. What is a great honor to have Mr. John Groe, the president of the Juventus Club of Toronto and the coordinator of the JOFC of North America. Justo?
Justo.
Right. I just want to make sure I said it right.
You're good. You get your $20. Perfect.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Reno. Great
And
to be here.
yeah, well, thank you for joining. It is a great honor. I was kind of shy to tell you to come on my show because you're always a president. It's always
There's no. This is everybody. Siamo tutti Juventini. We're all Juventini, and it's love goes to everybody.
exactly. And before anything, as everybody knows, put a like and subscribe, share the channel. And we're not going to cover Juventus. We'll have lots to talk about, of course, about the game, about some news of the Juventus world in John Groe with the GOC, and then some talks to our fellow Interisti, Milanisti. We'll give our thoughts if we have time. So let's say hi to some people here. We got Italo, buonasera, the great man, Trimboli, grande, El Presidente, grande Trimboli. So, Mr. John, I know me and you, we've been going back and forth with our thoughts on our fellow Paisano Allegri about this Juventus. So, well, it's a beautiful day to talk about it, especially today's game, because I was kind of skeptical after the first loss with Sassuolo. But I called 3-0 from yesterday, so it turned
Good
out
for
how
you.
I
That's
wanted.
amazing. I don't know if I was as optimistic as you. I knowing that we were playing at home after a serious loss, and if you think about it,
Yeah, that's why I
you
was scared.
yeah. So we have 12 goals against, and if we didn't have those 12 goals, 4 goals against from Sassuolo, we would have the best goals against in Italy right now in Serie A. So
Yeah,
we have, so take 4 goals where we've had, 1 goal against, clean sheets here and there, and to play Sassuolo. And Dionisi is a fantastic coach. He's always got
I'll
his
let
team
you.
prepared for us. I love him as a young coach. I think this guy deserves a bigger bench in Serie A. Hopefully, it'll come for him sooner rather than later. But boy, oh boy, did the team show up? And did they ever produce? And they brought their game from the first minute. And man, isn't it amazing to be able to rotate 4 men up front, guys like Milik and now Yildiz with
Leave
Chiesa
this.
and Vlahovic. It is an absolute amazing problem for Allegri to have. And Fede has come out. He deserved to score. I loved his celebration with the curva after the thing. It shows great camaraderie. It was a fantastic display today of teamwork and concentration and following. I know this is going to hurt you. Following the coach's mandate. And as I say all the time, in Allegri, I trust, and the players are buying in and seeing the smiles and the comfort on the pitch with these players and how they're passing the ball around. I think it shows, and I'm very very happy for the players after a few years of darkness. Today was, I can say, a game that really illustrates the work that's been done by Manna, Giuntoli, Cherubini, Francesco Calvo. It really does show the hard work, and today is an absolute demonstration of that hard work. So kudos to the management, kudos to the players, and finally, come facciamo, godiamo, come go be,
Godiamo,
godiamo.
io
And
godo sempre.
and it's a beautiful thing. So for all Juventini out there, enjoy this. This was a beautiful game, a Tuesday that was remarkable, and hopefully the with this type of win, the players develop a really good pace for the next 20 games and the next 19, 18 games in
18
Serie A.
games. Yeah, I was pretty shocked because, we've been seeing a lot more in Supercopa. But then at the Campeonato, that 1-0, But then today, I kind of called 3-0. But then I was kind of skeptical because after that loss we had with Sassuolo, because you never know with Sassuolo, because they beat
Absolutely.
Milan 5-3, us 4-3. So, but today I'm thinking, yeah, these guys they brought the grinta juice. So I'm pretty impressed even with the Ildiz.
Yep.
Vlahovic found he's scoring two nice goals. Even that penalty, that free kick, that was like a beauty.
Well, it's in his zone, right? So left foot,
Yeah.
it's where he wants it. He scored from there before. If we get him confident, he's third in scoring right now in the league, a little bit further down the pipe from guys like Tony. Your reverse psychology worked.
Yeah, but he doesn't like it. Well, that's my role. I don't like to be too confident. Even with the Lecture game, I'm still going to be calma calma. Then when we win, I
Hey,
celebrate. That's
one
all.
one game at a time. You can't take advantage. You can't take for granted any of your opponents in Serie A. Guys like Ronaldo and Lukaku have said it. It's the hardest defense to score on is in Serie A. Bar none. Doesn't matter where you go. You can talk about the beautiful game and better style of soccer, but to score in Serie A, you need to be ready at all times. These guys are ready to make sure that they protect their own net. But it's great to see these guys. Locatelli played very well today.
Yeah,
Um,
he's improving.
much, very much. When the time came, Tech made a very important save I think it was the first half where it was a very tricky ball coming in on a dip, and he stopped it. So when you have that happening and everybody's bought in to the to what needs to be done, it's a great thing for us and a bad thing for our opponents. But like I said, it's we got to maintain level headed, be level headed, and just approach every game as it comes and every opponent. I was very impressed with the play. I honestly I rewatched the game this evening before we got on just to get see if I missed anything. But yeah, I know it's Sassuolo, uh, but there's still a good team that beat us. They beat Milan, they beat us, they beat Inter. You
Inter,
know,
yeah.
and so the only top two teams, top three teams in Serie A have all lost to Sassuolo, and no one else can say that but Sassuolo, right? So
No,
eh,
no, go
it was
ahead, sorry. Then,
no, but again, great display. I'm interested to see how we come back at this against Lecce. I want to see how the mentality of the players. Look, we're playing one game per week. Or as well as
yeah.
we've discussed this. These players have to be ready every Sunday. There's no excuse for them not to be prepared.
No, exactly. Because since the beginning, yes, we can have our moments to complain about the start, but it's been little progress, baby step at a time. So for now, we've seen, at least we've seen 3 goals. Hopefully, see more on the weekend. You know what I mean? Because this 1-0 is just like a nina nana. You know what I mean? So then we have here Italo, utilizzo dei giovani, ha cambiato la squadra, Allegri o la società? Well, that's a really good question, Italo.
I
That
think it's a both. I think it's a bit of
both,
both. Yeah, for those who
yeah,
don't understand, Italo is saying like with using the young players have changed the squad. Who gets the credit, Allegri or the
la
management? Look,
società.
and I'm going to say for a lot of people, and I think I'm talking to someone right here on live.
I will say
I
my
think
2 cents
listen,
about Allegri. Don't worry. Well, I'll cover
and
it.
so I think that he's proven this year that he's not afraid to introduce the young players, bringing guys in like Hoyson, who's now with Roma, Yildiz, Nicolusi Caviglia, who's a little bit older, and introducing Nonge and even Hassan now on the bench. I'm waiting to see this kid play. Hopefully, we'll get him to see hope to see him against Lecce. But starting an 18-year-old against Sassuolo, a team that we lost to in the first leg of the regular season, and now coming back and giving that confidence. I think that it is Allegri, but you don't get there without making moves. I think it's a combination of a harmony between a combination between coaching and management, and really having a synergy. And it is, he's right. You're right, Italo. It's very important to have an under 23, and the next gen has proven to be a very important piece of the puzzle for Juventus, as you can very well see the fruits of the labor. Guys like Miretti coming up a couple of years ago. Now, Fagioli, bringing up Yildiz, Huijsen, Nicolosi Caviglia, and so on and so forth. Nonge, and now Hassa. These are all important pieces.
Well,
Uh,
they, they took off all these Vecchiarelli, and now finally Alec has no choice. He has these young kids, and slowly they're bringing in to his style. So it's a pleasure to have these young kids.
I like what Italo said here too. Do other teams have to imitate Juve? I think it's
Exactly.
I don't think it's imitate. I think everybody's got their own. I think like clubs like Atalanta have had the one of the best youth systems in all of Europe. I think it's just uh, committing to a project, and Juventus have committed to the project of the under 21, the next gen. I don't think a lot of teams. I think there are a few teams out there that have it, but have not exposed it from a marketing or branding perspective like Juventus have with the next gen under 21 team. But I think that could only be good for Serie A and also our national team. And I think that
Yeah.
that's
So
yeah. So look at it now. So as of when Huijsen had transferred to Roma, he signed an extension as well. We have an extension list of Locatelli, Huijsen, Bremer, Gatti, Cambiaso. There's a few other. I think Fagioli extended as well. Miretti extended. So you're looking at players. We're waiting to see about Chiesa. But you have players, key components of your team that are
yeah,
extended. Now there's even talks of Rabiot not doing a 1 year deal, but a 2 year deal.
uh, I don't know if you want to
And,
keep him for another 2 years,
I don't know if I keep on. I sign him in another year. I give him another
another
year,
year, but not another 2 years.
and you're Italo, you're right. For the national team, it's imperative. I think the best thing we need to do with the national team is get away from theory and get back to playing on a pitch. Coverciano is a beautiful thing to play soccer on. I love theory, but I don't love theory. At the end of the day, we need players to play on the pitch. I don't care what people think in a classroom, unless they can touch a ball and have the nose for net. Theory only gets you a certain place. I don't
The
care.
only problem with the young players, even a lot of coaches have been saying, because we see with Gravina, he uses this old school mentality. He doesn't put these young players. That's the problem with Italy, because if you're too young, you can't play. It's like with work. Well, non c'è l'esperienza, you can't work. That's why I came here from Italy to Vancouver, because they never gave me a chance to work. So, they have to put these young kids rolling, as we've seen with Juventus and some other teams.
Well, that's going to be a
So,
proven benefit for our national team. I mean, Yildiz,
yeah.
I know being Turkish, he's already made his debut, and he's already made a strong debut with Turkey. But guys like Miretti, Fagioli when he returns, Nicolosi Caviglia, Gatti, they're all going to be important. And we do need is the Juve block. I guess I think what you need really is the experience. I think you need the experience. I think that's
No
the
Juve,
leaders.
no party, though. Remember
Uh,
that.
let's hope so. I want being at the party again. The national team has to do a lot for me. A lot of band-aid, a lot of remedy before I jump on that train again. Reno, you know my position about the national team.
No, I respect that. Everybody has
Black
their
and
thoughts. I don't want to get into
black
it.
and white first. National team. I'll look at it once they respect the process for all teams and
Yeah,
respect the
exactly.
process of coaching. So hopefully Spalletti does his thing, and he's able to utilize these players, and he relies on coaching like guys for
That's what you said.
Tony Trim.
Not good,
Yeah,
John.
for
Not good.
yes, I got my jersey. Guys, don't hate on me. I'm a
No,
I
no, yeah, that's just. I cheer the national team no matter what. That's just me. I don't
and
care.
it's so at the end of the day, we have a great opportunity with this game. Look, it really does has really left us today with a smile
Yeah,
and one that we haven't seen. Look, we can
for the
talk all the
last
time. We
3 years, four
but
years,
the frustration of where this team went wrong, why, and there's so many things
calling
we could.
back Allegri again. Minestra riscaldate. A lot of things.
La riscaldata è buona però. Meno
Per
ca.
adesso, poi vediamo.
Okay.
He's been there for 3 years.
Hey, listen. Everything starts from a place. When you got to rebuild a house, you got to clean up first, right? A
I
house
know,
falls
like,
down. Listen, our problem started with Saturday. I don't care what anybody says watching this or not. Sarri, you can say he's a great coach, and he can be a great coach, but a Juve, you need a Juventino. You need someone who's blood. Sarri was not a Juventino. Sarri, unfortunately, was a last minute decision because we went. When have you ever known Juventus to go 1 month without a coach? We went 1 month without a coach when we transitioned from Allegri out. Allegri when he left the first time, we didn't know
yeah,
because we were all hoping for Pep
Guardiola.
Guardiola,
Yeah,
right?
I remember
That
that.
didn't transpire for whatever reason, and we landed Sarri. Yeah, he won. Sorry, he won a Scudetto.
Yeah,
Anybody could have won a Scudetto that year with Juventus. Sorry to say, even then we only won it by 1 point because we crapped the bed the last half of the season. We didn't, the losses here, ties there. Like it wasn't a strong title win. Pirlo's not a mistake, not at all. Pirlo for me, inexperience. I
yeah.
love the guy as a player.
It was even
I,
Agnelli that did the wrong choices. Even Paratici.
it was. Listen, everything was gunshot, right? Saudi had
Yeah,
to
a lot of
leave.
bad shots
You
from the
needed to
Sociedad.
make a decision. You had to pay his contract. You didn't have the money. You bring in Pirlo for 2.5 million. It covers your thing. You're hoping for another Ronaldo show in him, and he almost did it. We ended up in top four and going on. The last 2 weeks of the season was the one that saved us, or else. And
Yeah,
we won the Coppa Italia that year,
and
which
Supercopa.
and so in Super Copa. So that
Yeah,
it saved something. I know everyone says, Pirlo won trophies. Yeah, okay, he won trophies. It's not like we had a crazy season. And it's not like Serie A was as competitive then
at
as it is
now.
now with the teams that are out there. Milan,
No,
Inter, and Fiorentina, Lazio's Lazio, sempre puntano su Immobile, whatever. They always go for Immobile, even though they have someone better. Well, getting rid of Pirlo was a great idea, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, you
yeah, your
listen.
opinion. Yeah, everybody has their opinion. Then I'll say
Listen,
my thoughts.
there was no, in my sense, great player, great legend of the game. I think he was an absolute band-aid and a transition back to Max. And Max is all about a reset. Max is Max is all about getting the winning mentality, building men, not boys, and having people follow a rule. I think you had the wild, wild west in that change room. As much as I love Ronaldo as a player and whatever, I don't
You
think
didn't want him.
look, it's not even about one. It's the pandemic didn't help, and we're moving forward and what have you. But
Yeah,
this
yeah,
team,
exactly.
so this team, and I don't want to get off track. Think about where we've come from and those dark days, and where we are now. And where we are now is a place that today, as a fan, you can see the hardships coming, leaving, and now this is a team that has an identity. When's the last time you saw this team with an identity? How long ago?
Like I said, it's been a long time. I haven't seen this for a while. Like back in the day, you watch Juventus Frosinone, you didn't even have to watch the game because you knew they were going to win. And
Yes.
now, I hope it keeps it that way. Now we're kind of seeing it slowly, pieces by pieces. The Juventus that we've seen. I know it's only one competition, but then I hope to see something better with Champions League.
Yeah,
So
you gotta plan everything. Everything's got to be
yeah,
planned, and you got to work on it. You gotta make yourself prepared and ready for many other obstacles down the road. Look, this year the team is much healthier than it was the last few seasons. We're not seeing the injuries. We're seeing recovery times quicker than we ever had. You know,
yeah, yeah.
outside of Deschilio, which is automatic, one that every every 2 months there's or every 2 games this guy's injured and what have you. It's something that it happens. But we've been a team that's been very conscious from a physical perspective, and I think that the one competition per week up and one game per week up until now. Now we got Coppa Italia has been a bonus for the club and for the players.
Can I say my 2 cents? Because you went,
Yes.
you did everything. Okay, I know we're gonna get into Max Allegri. I gotta tell you what I think about Max Allegri because when he came back, I before I was doing YouTube, because back it's been 3 years ago, I said the king is back whatsoever. But then I've seen after game, I'm just like, what are we watching here? Then I got mad with Max because last year with the Champions League, we didn't make it through against Maccabi, okay, with Monza. Like it was a shit show. This year I can't complain. It's not going to be like, oh, grande Allegri. I give credit where's due. Because most of you people think I'm anti-Allegrano. No, I just don't like his style whatsoever. I want to change in the future. It could be next year. It could be 2, 3 years, whatever that is. Because whatever decision, like you just said, that La Sociedad will make after Max Allegri, it has to be a right decision. So we got Giuntoli now. Cavo is doing good. Like Giuntoli did a nice cleanup. And we're seeing he's bringing the young players. So because I've been hearing from people, even from Gianni Bazzarini, they say they might be Allegri's last year. Either he wins the Scudetto or not. So we'll see. But like I said, whatever the decision is, I don't have a pen with me. If there's no signature, firma, either Allegri or Conte or Thiago Motta, I won't believe it. So let's enjoy now. Let's win because last year he had his chance to leave. But he wanted to stay because he doesn't want to leave as a perdente. Giusto? So now,
Absolutely.
what's that?
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Oh, so now they're not bringing the players that he wants, but he's doing good. He's been all these kids now. They're benefiting his style, and I'm enjoying it. So let's see Amaggio, and let's hope to see something good in the future. That's all, because I like to see them competing better Champions League. For me, Champions League is everything. So
I agree with you. But I think that what Allegri does more so than any other coach that I've seen with Juventus or even anything, he really doesn't ask for players. Allegri will deal and he will make a mess. And I think the great thing about a leader, even off the pitch as a coach, as a manager, is what you give the team and you give the confidence. As much as we like to think about what his relationship may be with Vlahovic or Chiesa, he had
Chiesa, yeah, there was some
right.
confrontation there. Yeah,
I
we'll
don't.
see.
You haven't seen him go out on record with the media saying, "I need another forward," or "I need another defender," or "I need
No,
another."
he keeps his mouth shut.
Listen. At the end of the day, you wanted business. Reno. Think about it from any type of relationship. I have my business. I don't exploit what I do on a day-to-day basis about my business. And Max is a respected figure amongst all coaches. People may not like the way he coaches, but he is an individual who has his perception, has his ways. He won't sway for anybody, and he'll do his job. And the good thing is he doesn't go out there and he doesn't do anything that will compromise the organization as a whole. And the thing is, we're looking at how many wins now? 17 straight wins? Then 17 straight games unbeaten, correct? 17?
Yeah, then some tied. Yeah, just one loss. I have to check that.
17
But yeah,
games, sorry, unbeaten, not 17 wins. So 17 games unbeaten. When's the last time we were at that level, 17 games.
Last year was 11 games. Then after that, with that Napoli game, it just went down. And
All
then
all the
then
stars Napoli this year. No stars. Vesuvius is exploded, and there's no more dancing and fireworks in
in
Napoli.
Napoli. This is a friend of mine. He's from White Rock here, Vancouver. Well, one of my subscribers. How long do you wait for Allegri with no trophies? Hey, if he doesn't win no trophies, then I see you bye bye. But we'll see.
Oh, we went 2 years. If he's got a 4-year contract and you give him another year, if you don't renew. At this point in time, you're in your
Yeah.
transition rebuild to a team with identity. Uh, I like that. That's a great question. Trophies are trophies, and they mean money, and they mean exposure, and they mean success, right? No one ever remembers who finishes second. Everyone remembers who finished. So, and what I used to say, as growing up being competitive myself, second place is always the first loser, and you can take it or leave it, however way you want to take it. But I agree, he's gonna have to win trophies. That's the next
Yeah.
step. That's the next step, and I agree with that comment from Raymond. That's he
Yeah,
needs
yeah.
to.
Well, he doesn't like him like I do, but you know. So we'll wait and see. Do you actually think we're gonna see Conte back?
Um, if you would have asked me in the summer, I probably would have said yes to you. Not because I didn't have faith in Allegri, just in the way the team was going. I think
Yeah.
they were waiting to see what was happening. I think they really decided from a very specific perspective. Finances first, secondary is a gentleman's agreement about how Allegri was going to run the team. And if he wasn't going to get the results, then I think Allegri would have stepped down himself. I think that he is that much. He is so in love with the organization and with the team. It's like anything else. You can't. How can you impact something that you love so much? You can't
Yeah.
bring it down. You got to let go sometimes. I think out of everything people should realize is that Max Allegri is a Gobo. Max Allegri is a Juventino. He loves Juventus, and whether you hate him, whether you like him, and whether
I
you're
don't
in
hate him. I just don't like his
no, no,
style.
totally, or whether you're
Don't
indifferent,
call me Antelegriano, or else I'm gonna call you
no,
like.
no, or whether you're indifferent about Max Allegri,
Yeah.
one can dispute how much he is dedicated to this. No coach would have done and gone through and come out of what he went through last year. I'm not going
True.
to, not Conte. Look, I'm going to tell you, not that I don't like Conte as a coach. I would never, personally speaking, not that I would never. I don't know how it would feel to have him back behind the bench after taking the bench in Milan for.
Inter, I get it.
Okay,
But we
so
gotta look at it. He's it's business, right? So
I understand. Could you see
yeah.
Zanetti? Could you see Zanetti as the vice president of Inter?
What about Zanetti?
Could you ever see Zanetti leaving Inter to become the vice president of Juventus?
No.
Oh,
But
why?
he was doing a professional way. Then he was arguing with Agnelli, you know what I mean?
But
But
Zanetti,
underneath, he does love Juventus. You've been to the
yeah, yeah.
100
Oh,
year.
listen, he loves Juve. That's fine, right? But Zanetti è interista. You'll never see Zanetti ever wear or present himself with any other team in Italy but Inter. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So the
same with
respect.
Piero.
And so think about it. There's this famous video that's gone through TikTok and social media where he was in New York and they wanted him
Yeah,
to
with
hold
the Roma shirt. He said, no, I
and
can't touch it.
the scarf. Listen, man. Not that I disrespect or whatever. Him and Rocky are top friends, but these guys, they have their beliefs. And guys like Zanetti, guys like Del Piero, Totti, Maldini, I completely respect because of the devotion. It goes beyond the pitch, beyond being a player. It becomes a fabric of who you are, right? It's part of your flesh.
Yeah.
It's part of your pulse. And for me, is a guy like Conte, as much as he was an important part to the history of Juventus as a player and as a coach. I think for me,
Yeah.
I think not. I strongly believe that for me that is over. For me, I don't. I would not. I wouldn't oppose to him coming back. I wouldn't be. I'd be indifferent to him. He wouldn't be somebody I would seek as a fan. As a fan, I wouldn't seek or give approval or give thanks to someone like Antonio Conte. That's just me. I mean, everyone's entitled to their thing, and that's I know when like it's when you have a love for thing, and you know this. I mean, like last year I had the privilege of meeting a few of the players after the Juve Napoli home defeat 1-0, where we got robbed that game where they called back the Di Maria goal, and I was able to meet
Yeah,
the
that one
entire.
guy last year.
So I was able to meet the team, and I can tell you the guys that stood out and were phenomenal were guys like Danilo, Milik, Chesney, Gatti, Miretti, Locatelli. These were guys that you could see how absolutely disappointed, frustrated, and upset with Danilo. When I was the first in line when I was representing Toronto, I was introducing myself to all the players, and I said to him, "Complimenti, capitano." And he turned to me and goes, "Well, what compliment are you giving me?" He goes, "We lost. I didn't do my job today." And he looked down, he signed, he was smiling, and whatever. But you sensed the
Yeah, I met him at
frustration,
Los Angeles. Such a nice guy, me and the wife.
and and Danilo is really somebody that I have grown to admire uh, quite a bit from that moment. So we have some good leaders, some good emotion back then. I haven't seen people, players have that love for when they stop a ball from going in. Like, remember when Chiellini and Bonucci used to celebrate, and Buffon when they used to stop the ball from going in the net? We haven't seen that in so long, and now it's back with Danilo, with Gatti, how they celebrate their defensive obligations for the team. So
Yeah,
it's almost like this return to where we used to be, and it's a great feeling because that Juventinita, that
that's what we
blood,
need.
it's back.
Yeah.
So, but Conte, I don't know.
Okay,
They talk about Thiago Motta. I don't know. Would I like
you
to
don't
see
know?
De Zerbi? I'd love to see De Zerbi as our
I
coach.
love to see him too, but I don't know if he's gonna come because Conte. I don't know if he's gonna go to Milan because I don't think he's gonna manage Carnivale. Then the rumors about Moto. Hey, to be honest, I don't mind Moto. I know most
No,
Juventini
neither
are
do
like,
I.
oh, he's Interista. For me, Klopp and Zidane. But these guys, you need the money. Maybe we'll
Yeah,
see them in the future.
yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. Let's wait till May. Then whatever happens, happens.
So, what are we thinking about the market? Like, what's happening? Are you any noise?
Not really. They're saying about Samardzic. I hope we get him. But I think it's going to be the last day. Some surprises, like it always happen with Juventus. So
What's the last day? When's the last day? January 29th?
uh, the the end of January,
End of
I
January is the.
think. Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I think the team
He's,
looks good.
Tremblay says John Day is close. I don't believe him. Hey, he's playing it sneaky, bro. So we'll see. Like what happened with Vlahovic. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree with Anthony. There's no way it's closed. Not Juntoli. And I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it is a last day ditch move. I'm telling you, this is something that I see different, and I think I've explained it to you. I think talking with you and with Alberto, with AJC, and the rest of the team.
AGCA company, yeah.
Shout out to the boys, AJC Army.
Yeah.
Um,
Give a shout out to the boys. All you the
and
cast.
and so when I met with Francesco Calvo, and we sat down and we were discussing just how we can grow the fan clubs in North America, and grow the fan base and what we need to do. And when he sat down with just the smile when he said to me, the the cleanup ends this year. Watch out for next year. It really gave me a sense of excitement for all of us. Look in life. We go to work. We wake up in the morning. We go to work. We come
Good.
home. We do whatever. We look at soccer, at football, calcio as our way of release and having the ability to talk with friends like you, part of a group, whatever. When you can relate to the fact we're doing well and excitement, the organization management that we're on to something better and bigger. It's that's the whole Juventus mentality, right? Is this leadership, this innovation, this progression of being better and being the first at everything that we do. So I'm excited. I know we have a strong opponent ahead of us right now. Kudos to Inter and their team and
The
whatever and I'm
fellow cartonati.
they like pizza, and pizza comes in cardboard. So,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
all my Interista friends, I'm only joking, a little bit,
Yeah, same here. Don't take it seriously.
and but no, it's good to have competition. Like anything, I hope to go back to the days where we have a strong Milan, a strong Juve, a strong Inter, with other clubs that show that same interest: Roma, Lazio, Fiorentina. Sette Sorelle, as they used to say, right? So I'm hoping for that to come back and give the opportunity to see quality soccer. I think the soccer in Serie A has gotten better over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's
I
been more competitive.
absolutely, and we're seeing that even in the depth of going forward in the Champions League, in other competitions. So hopefully, this means big things for Serie A, and with the coming of the European Cup in 2032, this
Yeah.
stadiums because our stadiums suck, Reno.
What's that?
The stadiums in Italy suck. They're terrible.
Yeah, they need to change that. I totally agree with you. But we have Gravino. What do you expect? He's thinking about stealing money, so making these crazy rules that doesn't exist. But
Yeah,
you're pointing out. Can I say one thing? Because we're
yeah.
going on here. Because you're pointing out about the Juventus Cup. I enjoy it because me and the wife went to Los Angeles. It was a good feeling. Which me and the wife represented the Juventus Cup of Vancouver because we're the only two.
Beauty. Shout out to Pietro Nardone,
Pedro
grande
Nardoni, yeah,
presidente,
my
grande
paisano.
presidente.
Oh, lui è il numero uno. He's
He
the
is. He's
number
number
one
one.
guy.
He's my confidant. I love him.
Yeah, he's my paisano. So,
Love it.
yeah, then he knows my wife's family and stuff.
That's
Honey, can you
amazing.
shut down the fan, please?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Yeah, because I can't
I'm
hear.
sorry.
Sorry, because the fan is too high. And even the wife, she loved it. I want to go to Venice Beach. And she was like, no, I want to do all the autographs. And then she gets mad at me when I'm always on my phone watching the games. And she was more excited than me. But it was a
That's
good
amazing.
turnout. I give shout out to Matteo Giulio from the Los Angeles
Yes, from
club. So
Hollywood, Matteo and Giulio, Matteo Rubinato and Giulio Galese, great
they're
individuals.
great.
Shout out,
You understand?
complimenti ragazzi, hanno fatto un bel lavoro. They did a great job this summer, last summer, very good job.
You didn't
And
go, right?
I was in Italy at the time,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you were in it. Yeah, I text you. Yeah.
So
Uh,
hopefully, excitement is I've said it is next year. This summer they'll be back in the U.S. Hopefully on the East Coast as well. But the Juventus is coming back to North America for sure.
oh, are they going to go to Los Angeles? I heard even Los Angeles again.
Los Angeles probably is a sure bet. The dates haven't been released yet. We don't know the cities, but it looks like there's going to be Los Angeles as a hub for the team. Ciao, James.
Yeah,
Nice
he's from the Juventus club too. He helps Pedro a lot too. So he's a good guy. He's
Forza
a
you.
big Allegri fan like you, but he's a good guy.
We're all good guys. We know it. We're smart.
Yeah, it's all in fun. And this is from he lives in I think in Texas, but he went to Florida to watch the game. Mirko.
Oh, hey Mirko, Forza Juve. They
Yeah.
all
They all sing. Yeah,
my
you're right, Mirko.
Udinese, Friuli, Stadio Friuli is beautiful too.
Oh, he's gonna be at Wilbridge.
Beautiful. James, look me up. I'm not too
Yeah,
far.
talk to Pietro. You can contact with Pietro if you want to see John.
You want to come down and watch a game with us with the Juve Club? Let us know.
Yeah, he will love that. Then we have Raf Spinelli. Sorry. Ask John, does he know Michael Di Mascio of Saint Lazio Toronto?
No, don't know. Ralph, I wish I did. I know quite a
Yeah,
bit
he's a
of
Lazio fan, Raf, but he supports me. Well, we'll talk about Lazio in a minute.
SS Lazio Toronto is I know quite a few people from the Lazio club over there in Toronto, but I don't know Mr. Damas
Oh, okay.
soon.
Well, there's a big community at
You
Toronto, like of Italians. Like
it's
I
massive
met
here.
a lot of them from Toronto, and they all support me in Montreal.
Tons. There's all kinds.
But Tony, I'll be there for sure. Yeah, you can contact Tony. I can give you his number when you go there, James. You let me know. I give you Anthony's.
Come watch. Trimbo will come and pick you up. He'll pick you up. Hey,
There
free
you go,
cafe.
James. I hook you up.
Hey, don't worry. Trimbo will pick you up. Tony Trims will be there
You heard that, Trimble?
Gotti jersey, and he'll pick you up. You can have free cafe, free espresso, and free bombe.
Okay.
Fantastic.
No problem, James.
That's amazing. No, it's listen, it's obviously a great time, what have you. So hopefully we see something with the transfer market. And like I said, for us, we're excited that something will happen in North America again. Just gonna let you know and all your followers, Reno, that Juventus has signed a 5-year deal to be in the US in the summer. And that 5-year deal expires in 2027.
Oh,
So
2027. Beautiful.
so what has been so the last 2 years were part of the 5-year deal. Next year, because it's the World Cup. Sorry, not next year. This year, because they'll be here. The 2024, 25, 26 will be a skip year, which means 2026, because the World Cup is in the United States. 2027 will be the last year of the 5-year contract.
Then there's going to be the Club World Cup.
That's in 2025.
2025. Okay.
2025
If
in
we
US
make it
only.
through, if Napoli
Only in the
doesn't
US.
beat Barcelona.
Yeah. Listen. Let's hope for. We can hope for a lot of things. But yeah, that's gonna happen. We know they're gonna be here, Mirko. I don't know where, but they're gonna be here in North America. We're hoping. We're hoping some love on the East Coast as well.
I'll message you, Mirko, or I'll post it on Instagram. He's on my Instagram, Mirko, and I'll let you know when I have confirmation.
You guys will be through Reno. You guys will have some quick understanding of when things are going to happen. We'll provide the information.
Well, through me, even through, of course, Alberto from OUVcast, and
So
he hopes in Dallas.
You know what? You're in Dallas. Hopefully you're a part of the club in Dallas with Luca Filippone. Great. There's a great movement. We're growing.
Wow.
So we got another fan club in Palm Beach. The
Wow.
president is Lucio Baldari. Lucio is the newest president. Duccio Baldari. He's the new president. So right now we're sitting at 18 official fan clubs in North America. So it's kudos. We have 3 in Florida now, and that's great for the East Coast.
James asked a question here. Why is the MTL an official club?
Montreal.
Montreal.
James, I wish I could answer that for you. We would love to have Montreal back on. So if you know anyone at the Montreal club, just put them in contact with me. It will take nothing to get them on board. Unfortunately, this year it's closed. All fan club operations are closed for this year, And so we're looking to actually build and get more and more fan clubs in for the 2024-25 season. Hopefully, with we are hopefully when we are picked as part of the remaining teams for the World Cup in 2025, we will see a growth for Juventus in North America. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of the transition and the growth of the team from a fan club perspective. But we should be excited as Juventini. Period. Right now, it's a good time.
And I keep on saying to my fellow followers here through TikTok, Instagram, to all my Juventini, I know it's a calcio, but to all my Juventini, please join the Juventus club because you don't want to miss. I had opportunity to meet Chiellini. Me and the wife went to Los Angeles. We had the opportunity to meet all these players, great people, and you hear from John, the president. A lot of good things are coming. So keep on putting these likes, subscription. Now, last thing, everywhere my work has branches, we'll have Juve clubs by 20.
James, if you know anybody out of the Edmonton area that you said there was a Juve club league, please send me information of how to get a hold of these guys so we can get them on board as a fan club. I'd love to have a fan club in Alberta. I would
You
love it.
should do that, James. Talk to Pedro, or I can give you his contacts if John
Yeah,
wants,
yeah.
and you guys
I
can
know we're
talk
doing
about it. And we
business
all.
live on air, but this is what it's all about. As Juventini, we never stop working. We never stop loving.
Pretty interesting. Long way to go talking about Juventus. Let's try to change a little bit the subject. Uh, about the Serie. I'm there lots. Okay. And, I like to cover about other teams as well. I know you already gave your 2 cents about Inter Milan with Super Calcio. So my computer's not working. Um, what are your thoughts with these teams? Like, now
Um,
the next games, we got Inter against Atalanta, Juventus against Lecce. We already covered that Juventus, but then we have Milan. Yeah, the wife is going to look for me. I can't remember who they're playing with. But let's say Inter. What do you think about this Inter? I know there
uh,
are favorites for the Scudetto.
look, honestly, there. I said it before. I think the real advancement in the team and who they are actually has been on the bench. I think that Inzaghi has really matured as a coach, especially after what he did in the Champions League final against Man City to hold them down. One, especially that team. I mean, anywhere you turn, Holland,
Yeah.
Rodrigo, Mahrez. I mean, it's just De Bruyne. Like you have a team, Grealish. I'm naming superstar after superstar after
So, yeah.
and to know the game that he played and what he's provided for this team now. Kudos go a lot to him. I am an absolute. I give absolute credit. I think the team well managed. I think the players are have a very sound appreciation for each other. Um,
Yeah.
the only thing that's going to stop them is, if there is a real true push for the PL final, where they're going to sacrifice in order to sacrifice the league in order to win the Champions League, and that could be the play. I really don't know, but they are definitely. You can see who are the heads above the rest. There's 7 points between us and Milan. There obviously there's a couple points between us and Inter, and that could
Yeah.
change. That can change fairly quickly either way. If other team stumbles, I don't see a lot of stress or threat from anybody else, and and but it is it's an unbelievable. I think it's a great season for everyone. I think the from I
It's
think
competitive.
from
So,
ninth place Reno to fourth. What is it? 5 points? Like that's insane. One thing I don't know. Obviously, you didn't bring it up yet, but I was very surprised to see Mourinho being
Oh,
fired
I
today.
forgot. I forgot about that. I was surprised too. I
I
was
would
shocked.
I would have never ever have thought that they were going to fire him. I don't think he's the problem at Roma. I think the fact that they don't have the team that sustainable. Like there's players hurt. Dybala hurt. Abraham is hurt long term. It's incredible. I feel terrible for Mourinho. I'm a big fan of him, even though that big Inter coach and what have you. I like him as a coach. I respect him a lot. There's other coaches that deserve to be canned a lot sooner than him. I don't think he's doing a bad job with Roma, especially after their start and how they
Well,
started.
the thing is too, he kind of exaggerated because he's been having a lot of red cards and stuff. And plus his style too, if you don't have the good players for him, you know what I mean? It's kind of sad how they fired him. He goes to the, training and they said, you're out. And the poor guy, you can tell that he was crying. So, because the fans, they love him. So, we have Mirko here. Are you guys agree with me that the Scudetto was set next 5 games? Inter gonna have Super Cup and maybe 2 games?
Uh,
I don't know. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Like I'm a 50-50, yes, but
Look,
I don't know.
if you look when Inter lost the the Scudetto the year 2 years ago when Milan won, they went 7 games and 7 points this time in the year. Seven
Yeah.
points in 7 games. 7 games, that's 21. They lost out on 14 points. This is
Hmm.
a very important. My brother usually says, I used to say it about Napoli. Napoli's worst month is always March, and he's not wrong. If you look back in their history, March has been
Yeah.
terrible for them up until last year. Inter's month is typically February, and
And Cinque Maggio.
Cinque Maggio. That's a special day. That's not
Yeah.
even a special day. And but I think that this is an important time for them because there's the Super Copa is an important trophy, even if it's domestic. It's now in
They
the
have
new.
against Lazio, so hopefully
It's
Lazio gives it to them.
no, but it's a new format. It's 14. It's Lazio, Fiorentina, Inter. I can't remember who else is the fourth team, but
Not Napoli,
Napoli. Sorry.
Lazio, Inter against each other, then Napoli and Fiorentina.
So now it's a two game. It's a two-game tournament. Right before it was one game. Now you're playing 2 games, and they're playing 2 extra games. Then you bet. By the time they come back from Saudi Arabia, Juventus could be ahead of them on points with a game in a
Let's
game.
hope so.
But that's a psychological battle for them now too. They have to go into the game knowing that Juventus is ahead, even if they're a game ahead.
I know where you're coming from, that they can handle the pressure. So let's wait and see. I know everybody thinks it's all false, this and that. Like I can be one of them because after we've seen the calls, I know you already said to me you don't want to talk about the VAR and stuff like that. I don't want to get into it, but I conti si fanno a maggio because Juventus right now, with the refs or help or no help from Inter, will destroy the system if we continue overdoing. So
Well,
let's
we
do our
are. Look,
best.
I agree with you. The VAR is a problem. If the VAR is a problem, we talked about the offside against Monza
Yeah.
for a pants because the shorts were a little bigger. The guy's
I
got a
didn't
big.
want to talk about it because you don't want to talk about it.
No, it's
You
not that
can
I
have a
don't
little
want to
two
talk about
cents.
it. It's not to talk about because there's nothing like people need to understand everybody, and with others I've spoken with on other podcasts, is that the issue is that you have the ability to relook at a part of a game and to dissect it to make the right decision, and they still don't make the right decision. So
Exactly.
what's broken? I'd rather go back, Reno, to where there's no VAR, there's a mistake made by the referee, and so be
Yeah,
it.
it's human now with all this technology, and that goes as subjectiva, like Allegri says. It's a subjective thing.
Well, now
So I
if you
don't.
look at now we're not even given certain types of camera angles. Now camera angles aren't available like Salernitana with Candreva, and I mean, like, so you think about stuff like that. Look, it only makes the true lover of the game upset, and you distance the true lover of the game. How could you, as a romantic lover of the game, even want to watch other games or Juventus when you know that you have people who are operating a very important system and they don't know how to do it,
Yeah.
right? You go into a five-star restaurant and some kid off the street's got to come in and make your pasta and your meat. You're gonna leave. You're out.
Amorata rule is offside, correct? You're right. I don't know. I don't know. But like you said, they don't look at the angles. But when it comes to Inter, they have 5 minutes checking the VAR to make sure everything's good. But when it comes to other teams, they just let it go. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what James said, the Morata rule. But nobody wants to believe that.
Look,
So,
Italian soccer has definitely its deficits. I think what needs to be done is there's got to be a better marketing and branding of uh, of the, and I think the league really look you're not looking at your image. It's a problem because you get left behind. Look at La Liga, La Liga went to the back. You have Real Madrid and Barcelona that just had an amazing Super Copa final.
yeah, I didn't have a chance to watch that. You told me.
It was it was probably it put a smile on soccer, those types of players. And it's not like we don't have the opportunity in Italy to have that same type of play. Players are players are players, and it's development. We talked about it. So hopefully there's going to be a growth of soccer in Italy back to when the 90s, the 2000s, when we had
Yeah.
a very strong, teams that would win. You know, you had Parma and Fiorentina winning Coppa delle Coppe and winning other games. So hopefully we'll have that return to us, and we'll be in a situation where we see great soccer for all Italian teams right across the board.
James has a point. I hope it will happen in the future. Italian soccer needs to get more US, Canadian TV coverage the way EPL and La Liga and even Bundesliga does. Well, I hope
That's
so,
going to
but
happen digitally. That's all going to be digital, James. You're not going to have the Latinos, hopefully, or I'm sorry to say, or anybody else. Digital media and digital access is the way to go. To be very honest, what we need here more so than anything else is appropriate play-by-play broadcasters and people who actually understand the game on a play-by-play basis. A lot of the times, there's a lot of subjectivity and filler that is void of what is entertaining of us for a soccer fan while they're watching the game. Like it's very difficult for me to watch certain digital channels. They will remain nameless, and because of the type of play-by-play they offer, I think more so than anything else, it's not being able to just access the game because now it's easier than ever before with digital TV is online. I think the real problem is quality play-by-play and commentators involved in the game. We need that. We need that desperately in Italian soccer. Desperately.
no more interistic commentators like a football.
You said it. I didn't. I absolutely agree.
Or
I have,
even Tony Trim says the same thing about this guy. Well, we covered, I think pretty much we covered everything.
hey, listen. I just. It's fun. It's fun to talk. It's fun to be.
Yeah, because you keep on going. I know you're passionate. It is a really great honor for you to come. I really appreciate it. Hope to have you back again,
Next time
John.
we get a couple of more guys on here, and a couple of more guys out here together. We can have a big show and just thing. I don't want to beat up on you on alone with Allegri. You know, Allegri. Next time
I
I
didn't say
promise.
nothing.
Hey,
So,
next time I promise you, I'll show you my Allegri tattoo when I get it. Okay.
oh, mamma mia. You do you, but me, like I said. But as long as you agree what I said tonight, so you don't have to tell me Forza Allegri or have to change teams. I will never change teams.
Forza
So you know
Allegri,
where I come from.
Cortomuso, Alma,
It's
sempre,
not Cortomuso now. I call the Super Muso.
Super Muso. Hey, listen, whatever you want to call it, Super Muso, Forza Allegri, in Allegri we trust.
Voi qua Allegri, basta. Calma. Okay? You Allegri lovers out there. Mamma
Love
mia.
you, James. Love you, James.
Yeah, you're gonna have a when you ever meet him. Oh, you guys are gonna have a nice chat and talk about Allegri. Yeah, the wife is laughing
Have,
too.
have you heard the new Allegri chant?
No, what is it?
Ale, Forza Allegri, Ale, Forza Allegri, Ale, Forza
I'm
Allegri,
having a headache.
Ale, Allegri, Ale, Allegri, Ale.
Mamma mia. See what I gotta deal with the
Oh,
Poverinte Tristi and the Allegriani. Come on.
Tristi is okay. I like that one. I'm gonna keep that one. We should make that a bumper sticker. Uh,
Yeah, when we go to Supercaccio, we should tell them that.
yeah, Tristi is a good one. I like that one. I don't know how much Italo and Alex will like it, but that's a pretty funny one. I like it.
The Allegri said, I don't know. Nobody has the truth, Mirko, but for me, we need a change. So whatever the change is going to be in a year or two, it has to be a good one. Because I don't want to see Allegri for another 10 years, guys. Come
I
on.
100% because what we did is we didn't transition properly from Allegri the first time.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. A proper change.
100%. 100%.
They have Allegri for another 10 years. I go bananas, man. Come on. I know everybody wants to be safe, want to keep Allegri. This is what I'm seeing, even with the Italian YouTubers. Oh, Allegri, this, siete delle merde, Allegriani, going against Allegri. And now they're all nice, Allegri. And you sono con Allegri. I said, really? After all this, you're saying this? Like, come on, man. You give credit, yes, but not to that point that you got to baciare i piedi. Come on.
Oh, I will.
I know you will, but you never were against him. Like friends of
You know
mine.
what? I gotta tell you something. It's funny you say that. You know, Reno. I think we discussed this, or we
Yeah,
talked.
a lot.
Uh, I'm gonna give you an example. A guy like McKenny. I know we're getting close to that time where I don't want to take up too much of your time, but
No,
McKenny
no, that's okay.
McKenny 2 years ago, people were like, even last year, McKenny, get rid of him. He's not part of our thing. You know, he's doing terribly, and we sent him out on loan. And look where he is now. Now, how many people are praising McKenny and doing the exact same thing? I'm not saying we should be praising Allegri. I think what
No.
should happen is what's happened or what's transpired with Juventus the last 3 years is something that no other team has faced in Serie A, from the point deduction, from everything with ownership and what have you. There's a lot that's transpired that um, we don't really understand, and I think that we as a fan base and people who watch soccer need to understand what that team has went through. And when you come out of it and you see players that probably were not invested, and I could see a player like McKenny not invested if the atmosphere, the environment is bad. Why would you want to stay and play in that environment? It becomes very toxic. So I think that kudos should go to management and to Allegri for changing the culture, changing the environment, and making it fun. When's the last, look at it, these guys are hugging each other, they're smiling, they're
Yeah,
patting.
it's a different environment. I get that. I'd like to answer the question. Hey, if Juventus wins the Scudetto this season, you like Allegri or not? I will not jeopardize his benefit, but I will like to change because have Allegri next year with the Champions League. At least you bring the top players. We'll see because but I could be wrong. For me, it's a change. What do you think, John? To answer his question.
Honestly, it has to be a management and a coaching decision. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't either way. If he stays or if he goes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
And
because anything can happen. You never know.
like you
So
don't. And look, think about it. We got rid of Ancelotti, winning second place and only losing to I think it was Milan that year, and we got rid of it. We got rid of Sarri after winning the Scudetto. So would I be surprised if Allegri left after winning second place and potentially going to the final of the Coppa Italia? I don't
Yeah.
know. Look, the one thing is for sure, we have a better management structure from a
Yeah. So we're more safe.
man
We got Giuntoli, so
Calvo, che lo vi-
Calvo.
Calvo Santo subito. Santo subito. And I think I don't know what
Okay.
is for. I'm going to ask you if wins this year the Scudetto, would you like him or not?
What's that?
If Juve wins the Scudetto this year, you're going to wear an Allegri jersey T-shirt for me?
No, I'm not gonna wear a Allegri jersey. No, can't do
I'll
that.
buy,
What's that?
I'll buy you a T-shirt. You put Mad Max on a
Oh,
T-shirt.
Madonna mia, you're gonna kill me, man.
Oh,
We'll see. I can't do it, man. I lost, like I said before, I lost kind of respect to Allegri. That's all. But
Scudetto, I'm going to buy Rino Zaurini a Max Allegri T-shirt, and he's going to wear in the last day of the league if we win. Okay.
to finish up, let me answer to Mirko here. If you're gonna change Allegri next season, could it be worst mistake? He need another year. Well, sorry to give you the bad news. As what I'm hearing from my sources, it might be his last year. I could be wrong. So let's wait and see. Paisano, Raf, I agree with you, Rina, and I want to change the coach as well. Well, yeah, you want to get rid of Sadi. Yeah, I'm always into change. James, Tony, next MDS will come back and get the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I guess we can wrap it up, or else we're going to talk Juve all night.
No, I want to thank you. I know we rambled for a bit, but it was a great conversation. I loved
Yeah,
everything.
thank you so much for joining, John. I will have you back again, maybe with Alberto, Trimboli, maybe Rubinado. We'll see whom. We'll have a Juventus show, and we'll leave the Serie A with Tito and company.
For everyone out there watching, listening, join the fan club. Believe me, it's worth every bit of fun. You meet great people. I've been a part of the Toronto fan club for starting back on. I was one of the originals back in 2000 when the club opened, and now I back in for 8 years. I've been the president now for over 4 years of Toronto and all fan clubs for the last 2 years in North America. It's an amazing place where I get to meet great people. I would have never met Reno. I would have never met other people if it wasn't for Juventus. The friendships are unbelievable, and I'm blessed to be a part of this black and white family. And as always, fino alla fine, sempre forza Juve.
Forza Juve. As I say, Forza Italia. I know you don't like me to say this, John. Thank you all for joining. You put put a like and subscribe. Please like and share. Until then, thank you very much, Ref. Even though you're a Lazio fan, but I'm going for Lazio on Friday or Thursday against Inter. So get in there. Thank you all. And till then, I'm going to do a little ending here. Ciao, ciao, e arrivederci.